Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Tom, an ex-professional cyclist now looking to share my knowledge, challenges and adventures with you guys on these videos. So what's the plan today? So it was the shortest day yesterday, and with Christmas coming up, I thought it'd be a fun little challenge to ride up to Nottingham, where I'm spending Christmas with my girlfriend and her family. She's already packed the car and set off. Now I'm left to ride up there in the wind and rain. Turns out it might become quite a challenge. There's a wind warning in force for later today. As you can see, the weather's not too pleasant. Hopefully the wind's going to be my favourite time. I threw the route together yesterday. I don't really know where it goes or where it's going to take me. As long as I get to Nottingham, then I'll be happy. Just over 100k, and it should take me just under 4 hours, hopefully. First things first, we've got to get out of Coventry here. Not too busy, but pre-Christmas traffic, you know what it's like. Who knows what's going to happen out there. As long as I stay safe and reasonably dry, I'll be pretty happy and get to Nottingham in one piece. We're pretty limited on daylight at the moment, so yeah, I've had a bit of a lazy morning today, setting off just after 12 o'clock, and I'm hoping to make it there before the sun sets. If you want to come along, see what happens, let's go. So as you can probably see, made it out of Coventry now into the countryside a little bit more, and probably about 1 or 2 degrees rain, which yeah, is not very pleasant, but we persist, we carry on. Can't believe it, stopped raining and the sun's trying to poke through. Although I am only about 30k in, not going too bad so far. I mean, the wind's pretty brutal, but it's actually not been as bad as I first thought. I thought it was going to be a headwind most of the way. Yeah, it turns out it's a bit more of a crosswind, and I'm kind of zigzagging northeast, so it's actually helping me along the way at times. Oh, bit of a left turn here. Too busy chatting to you guys, I nearly missed that. Here comes the crosswind again. Probably see the side of my face is probably a bit red from the cold wind. I must admit, the route's a little bit nicer than I first anticipated. I mean, that could soon change. Yeah, so far so good. In the country lanes, enjoying it, albeit a bit wet. That's what winter's all about, eh? Had to say it, didn't I? Only gone and jinxed myself. As soon as I put the camera away there, started absolutely pissing it down. Made it to Market Bosworth and the sun's out proper. It's got a nice little spot here. So the market's missed that. Could have popped in for some fudge. You can see the wind though. Only 70k to go. I don't know if this is for this road or that road, so I'm going to take a chance and crack on the route, stay straight on, see what happens. Okay, I'm going to definitely say it's this road, but the diversion looks very lengthy and also on a big main road, so I'm going to chance it and hope that cycles and pedestrians are allowed through. Otherwise, it'll be a U-turn. So there you go, that was a lucky one. Thankfully they let me through, just walking the bike. Just looked like a bit of flood damage, to be honest, but saved me a lengthy diversion. And by the look of it, over there, some rain showers too, so double bonus, and we keep cracking on. I think the speed on that is a good illustration of how windy it is out here today. Jesus. Woo! So there's about 50k to go. This black cloud has just come over. It started to rain again, and the wind has really picked up, so yeah, got to be extra wary of that now. It's just going down the descent and it nearly got blown off, so I'm going to be a bit careful until I get to a right turn in a couple of kilometres, where hopefully the wind should then be behind me. It's a little bit safer to ride. I'm going to crack on and get there as quick as I can. So I made that right turn nice and safely onto quite a fast road with the wind behind me now, so making good progress. And I don't know what time it is really, but probably about 2, half 2, and it's going dark already, so not good signs. I don't know officially when the sunset is. I think it was, the last time I checked, which was about a week or so ago, it was around 4:30. In the middle of a book. Anyway, stopped here about halfway, taking a little bit of shelter from the elements, gonna grab something else to eat. So far I've had a whole one of my bottles, which had 60 grams of carbs in, 2 Cliff Bars, and now I think it's time for a bit of morale. I've got the Mountain Berry and I've got the caffeinated tropical punch. Don't think I'm in need of the caffeine yet, but you never do know. I think I'm gonna go for the Mountain Berry, because I've not had this one before. I'm looking forward to seeing what it tastes like. I love the strawberry one, so if it's anything or anywhere near as good as that, then I'll be happy. Over halfway there now. Still chilly, still windy. It's also nice to see all the festive decorations on the way as well. Some of them are quite funny, a bit like the one I'm looking at right now. The Santa and his motorbike sleigh on top of a post box. I'll show you that one. The real challenge I found with these is it's hard not to eat the whole packet at once, which I'm going to refrain from doing. Right, don't know how much sunlight we have left, so let's crack on. Here it is. They actually look hand knitted, which is pretty impressive. And there's my little bush shelter in the background, so yeah, I don't actually know where we are. Route 66, baby! Beautiful. So 35k to go, and I don't know how much sunlight, but it doesn't look like much, so we're gonna have to get a move on if we're gonna make it back before dark. Now if that isn't a sign that you're close to Nottingham, I don't know what is. Soon to be demolished, but yeah, these roads are actually quite nice around here, and whenever you pass that power station, usually you're just on a dual carriageway, so nice little change. Enjoying this route. So as you can see behind me, the sun's almost gone, and I thought probably something I should have checked before I left what time sunset actually was. After quickly checking there on my phone, much sooner than I thought. It's actually at 10 to 4. I don't think I'm going to make it. So not only is the sun setting sooner than I anticipated, but I've also got a black headwind now. I must admit I didn't look at this section of the route in that much detail, but bringing back to my time in Belgium, canal riding. Hello, that's the River Trent, and the water's somewhere over there. after coming into Nottingham beside the River Trent there, I decided to pick a slightly more direct route. Kind of backfired a little bit because there's lots of traffic lights, and then now I'm on a rather uninspiring section of bike path beside a dual carriageway. Exposure lights have well and truly been engaged front and rear, and I'm not too far away now. There we go, what a view to finish off the day. We've made it up here to Nottingham, Calverton to be precise. Didn't quite make it before sunset, as you can see. I'll say mission failed successfully. All in all, good day out. Enjoyed that route. I must admit, I did just throw it together pretty last minute, so I'm quite impressed that I only had to ride on one dual carriageway. If you do want to look at that route in more detail, you can go across to my Strava and follow me there and check it out. I don't know if you're in the business of riding from Coventry to Nottingham very often, but you can pinch it there if you like. Hopefully I'll be able to bring you some more exciting routes, let's say, in 2025 that you can follow along for too. Like I say, I'm going to be documenting all that on these videos, so stay tuned. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about my plans for the new year, in the new year. So next up for me, once I'm fully fueled on Christmas dinners and mince pies, it's probably going to be the festive 500. I know some people love it, some people hate it, but I feel like I'm in a quite good training routine at the moment. I'm going to make the most of that time off work and just tick some kilometres off. But whilst I'm out there doing that, I've actually got a little fun idea planned. I'm going to incorporate it into the rides. Going to meet some of you guys hopefully out on the road. It's going to be completely random, but I'm going to be handing out some goodies once I'm out training, and if you're lucky, you might just get your hands on them, which is quite a nice thing to do, I think, at Christmas time. And on that note, I'd like to say thank you very much to you guys for watching these videos. It really means a lot. And if you haven't already and you don't want to miss what's to come in 2025 and the episodes in the next few weeks, then please do subscribe. I suppose the last thing to say, being Christmas time, is Merry Christmas. I hope you all have a great time, whatever you're up to, and a Happy New Year, and I will see you in 2025. Ciao. That'd be rude not to drop in. Say hello to Jesus.